Today we're talking about a DCC supplement that really isn't a supplement, it's actually its own entire game. All you need is this. It's westerns and zombies and all sorts of crazy stuff. We're going to talk about Weird Frontiers. Everybody, Jordan here. The PH is silent, and this is a really, really cool system, especially if you like those weird West kind of RPGs. I have a friend who loves the alternate timeline that is Deadlands. And this is obviously heavily inspired by Deadlands, but it uses the Dungeon Crawl Classics rule set in its entirety, so it's its own standalone game. And with that, you're able to create and generate these fun, weird Western adventures involving zombies and Cthulhu and whatever else comes to mind. Right off the get-go, there is a link down below. It is an affiliate link that will take you to this drive-thru RPG page. Weird Frontiers RPG is only available as a PDF right now. It looks like they are up to version 6, so they're making changes. It's $30, but you're getting 900 pages worth of content, so it's pretty awesome. And I would love to see them split this up into a player's guide, a judge's guide, and a bestiary at some point. I would pay good money to have 3 solid books for this. So link down below, check it out. Now, before we start, I want to talk about Deadlands. Deadlands is a Weird West RPG, and it currently has been, I don't know a lot about it, but I did play through a Deadlands game because my friend really loves it. There weren't actually like classes. You kind of build your character using different traits that you want. The idea of Deadlands is that the Civil War was happening in the United States, and instead of winning the Civil War, all of the people that died during that time, during like the huge war, the fight, they stood up and became zombies. And so now you have this world that's changed because the dead walk around, and it's westerns, but it's supernatural westerns. It's a really fun setting. So fun that Deadlands Classic, which is what you're looking at right here, they remade it using the Savage World system. So now if you go looking for Deadlands, you'll probably find Deadlands Savage World or Savage World Deadlands Reloaded. I think it's what it's called. It is our real, like, America. So here is a picture from the Deadlands book. This is a map of the United States, and it kind of shows you all the different places that you can go. And it's just kind of fun to be like, okay, I'm going to drive through Utah and up through Oregon, go to Seattle and things like that. And I like that you could go to real world places. When I played this, we went to the Grand Canyon. That was part of our adventure, is going through the Grand Canyon. And it was a lot of fun just to go to like real world places. Now that's Deadlands. So Weird Frontiers here. This is a love letter to Deadlands. I think this is a great way to introduce the Weird West to you. So this is Weird Frontiers, and it says compatible with DCC, but I want to state again that this is its own game. I just want to put this out. This is in the special thank yous, but he's like, thank you for being awesome and da-da-da, and thank you for saying yes to allowing me to use the parts of DCC to make Weird Frontiers a standalone game. So Joseph Goodman just gave the rule set of Dungeon Crawl Classics, allowing them to make this their own standalone game. Joseph Goodman wrote the intro to this, the foreword, I should say. And it's just like, this guy's been working on it for so long. This is amazing. I wanted to be part of this, and it's really cool. So table of contents, we have a little bit about occupations and saving throws and your attributes and XP and things like that. Weapon training, because you do have like pistols and stuff in this game that you don't normally find in Dungeon Crawl Classics. But something that's different from Deadlands is this very much gives you classes. And so you can just choose a class that you want to be. Some of the fun ones are Luchador, a Hellbilly, Gunslinger is obviously fun, Occultist, Sin Eater, Tommyknocker. They're really fun. These are really cool. And the art, it totally captures the spirit of this game. Some of the occupations that you can have, and it gives you a weapon with some damage. I could be a puppeteer, and my weapon is a wooden puppet for a D2. I could be an orphan with a pocket knife. I could be a homesteader with a rifle. You could choose these or roll randomly, which is the fun part. A coachman, a politician, a plumber, a bartender, a bouncer, a civil engineer, a clergyman, butcher, carpenter, cigar maker. And then we're going to get to classes. Has more information on the hit die, and your crit table is going to change with classes. These don't feel to me like a reskin of the warrior or a reskin of the cleric and things like that. These really feel like their own classes in this setting, which is something that I like about this. So we have the Bedlamite, which is one of the classes. This is just an awesome piece of art. The Calavera. Yeah, the Calavera. We've got spells, and this is a bone dance that she does. So I just love this art. It captures it so well. Like, that's so cool. We have the Gambler, which I think is kind of the huckster from the Deadlands. It's their imagining of it. Because you have a lot of like cards that you're flipping to do various elemental things, and then the Joker comes in with some really interesting stuff. That's your like magical spirit that's tied to you that can be good or bad depending on what you're using. Gunslinger. Who doesn't want to be a gunslinger looking for the man in black? The Hellbilly, which I think is really, really fun. You have jug magic. It's hilarious. And then just some funny stuff there. Intoxication rules. I love it. The Luchador. This is also something that I would play in a heartbeat. I think that would be really, really fun. There is a Montebank, which is more of a mad scientist, I think. You get some interesting, bombs and acids and stuff that you get to throw out there. You have a Mystic Monk. Super fun here. We have a Lovecraftian occultist that you can play, which looks, you get a familiar right out of the get for this one. So that's really cool. And some interesting stuff, and can cast some spells. So this is another class that I would absolutely love to play. The Revelator, I don't know, the one who reveals, I guess. You're kind of like a mystic. But in this instance, you're a man of God. And I like how they handle the occult and things, but also real world religions that you can play in this game. So fun. Sin Eater, 100% super cool. And then it looks, we just got more really awesome art. Tommyknocker, that's the other one that you can play. This one has some signature weapons, and then you get a dark inheritance that you can use to spend personality to do some interesting things. Yeah, so the gun deck here has every character who has a firearm should also have a deck of cards, because when you fire, you're going to use your gun deck. Boons and hexes are really cool because we're taking the luck mechanic and they're extrapolating on it, kind of using some Lankmar rules is what it feels like. So one of the things I like about spending those moons or spending those luck points is that one of them is you get a +1 die in the die chain for your next attack and damage. So if my gun normally does 1d6, I could up it to 1d8 for this roll, and I think that's really fun. Or 1d7, because I think there's a d7. Or you could like reshuffle your deck so that you have higher odds of getting a better hand for your guns. Kind of like a card counting in there is pretty cool. But on the flip side of that, you get hexes, and you can use your boons to cancel out your hexes. But it's just gonzo and fun. I love it. Look at this. Like, isn't this so cool? Like, it's so cool. Got like weird ghouls and zombies. I love it. Magic, it talks about where does magic come from, but also the rules of magic and corruption and stuff. DCC is a good fit for Deadlands because it is about spirits and demonic forces and just the weirdness of the world. You're not using magic in your day-to-day life, and to use magic can come with a terrible penalty. So I think they did a great job capturing that. And then we have judges rules, and this is just help you judge a game. But a lot of it is info on the world and the different like Native American tribes that are around here, and just like the state of what's happening, and some things to generate weather and generate other places for your players to go. It's pretty fun. A lot of text for 900 pages. Like, it's a lot of text, which is great. But that's why I said I wish this was I could get this as hardback or print on demand or something, and I want 3 separate books because there's just a lot here. And then, yeah, this is a good one. Weird Frontiers to MCC, Weird Frontiers to DCC, or DCC to Weird Frontiers, kind of helping you, like, how do we want to do this? How do I kind of put this together for a game? Look at this creepy mofo. And I think there was one more interesting piece of art. Yeah, this was it. So this is part of the adventure at the end. There are 2 adventures, but I just love this art. Like, her cool dice earrings. He's got a shotgun. We've got somebody, and they're all not really prepared for the amount of giant arachnids that are coming up over the desert behind them. Critical hit for wrestling. Fumble chart for melee. Fumble chart for ranged. So I had to rotate the screen, but here's your 4 character sheets on 1 page for your funnel that you will hopefully run. And if you're not going to run a funnel, these could also be used for hirelings maybe that you're having. And then here's the actual Weird Frontiers character sheet. Super fun. And that is Weird Frontiers, the role-playing game, inspired by Dungeon Crawl Classics. And Deadlands, I guess. It's kind of like a happy marriage of the 2. And I should say, on DriveThruRPG, you could pick up some old Deadland games, and I bet you could convert them real easy if you're looking for a fun Western story to a weird West story to run your players through. I would really love to run a couple one-shots of this. I'm trying to get my Deadlands friend a copy of this, but reading a PDF has been not as interesting as reading a physical book. So please do a physical copy at some point. I want to do a shout out to the people who wrote this. They sent me a review copy because I am making these videos, and they found the channel and wanted some help. So I did want to do this. It's probably a lot later than they were expecting, but better late than never. It's still a quality product. We're at version 6. Go pick it up. $30. Affiliate link down below. Check it out. And let me know about Weird Frontiers. Are you playing a Weird Frontiers game? Will you be playing a Weird Frontiers game? Will you be utilizing some of this for your Mutant Crawl Classics game? I'm curious. Thanks again. My patrons voted on this thumbnail, and they voted for the best one. So I want to say thank you, patrons, so much. Thank you for watching. Share this video with your gaming group, and I will see you guys all in the next one.